What's going on, you? This is Instructor Mike. You can follow me on Facebook at Mike Brown or Instructor Mike. Follow me on.
It could be you as a citizen, and you walked up and you see somebody. It look heavy? I don't know. Create special. That must be. But it's good to know that this can handle the high pressure rounds of the flooding. Lock it forward. Ready to go.
Make eye contact with me. He's still trying to get it open a couple of times.
So tail.
All right, what's going on? It's Instructor Mike. All right, so this is going to be a special show that I'm doing right now. Let's go on ahead and get right into it. What's going? You said thank you for inviting me. What's up, JFB? All right, so what I'm going to do is I actually want some people to come up on the panel, and we are going to play an it. I promise this shouldn't last that long, but it's going to be extremely valuable. So one of the things that I'm going to do is I am going to drop the link. And anybody who wants to come up, cam up, right? Because this is going to be it's going to be interesting. This is going to be a red flag misuse, red flag law misuse prevention class. Okay. But I need people, right? So if you're interested, I'm going to go on ahead and drop that link, cam up, come up, stuff like that. If I don't get people, we're still going to go on ahead and go through with it. But hey, what's going on, Stephanie? Hey, what's going on? I'm going to drop the link, cam up, right? Let's go on ahead and see if we can get some people who want to get in on this, because this class is going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Hope you all are having a good day. If you find value in what you think you're about to learn, go on ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And you know what? Even if you don't want to cam up, I just thought about that. Even if you don't want to cam up, that's fine. Just come up. Matter of fact, how you going to do that if you don't cam up? Let me see. Can I have your voice in without your... You know what? Yeah, I could have your voice without your face in the camera. Okay, I could have your voice without your face in the camera. But I think it would be important to get some vocal feedback. That's going to be important, vocal feedback. So it's going to give it a second for people who decide they want to come on board and want to cam up, stuff like that. Hope y'all are having a great night. What's going on, Christy? How are you? JFB, Stephanie, what's going on? I'm just watching these numbers. Facebook doing its per usual thing. Jesus, 13? Wow. Maybe I should give it a chance to just do a little bit, see where it goes. Hope y'all are having a great night. I was about to say, I thought it was Friday. You said I can in a second. I'm driving, got to find a safe spot to pull over. All right, no problem. I do want to give some people a chance to come on up. Facebook has really been doing its thing. Hey, what's going on, Jeremy? What's going on? Give it a chance for people to come on up. Let's see. Yes. Let me find something for you all to watch. Perhaps one of my videos or anything like that, or another video. And then once we get enough people on here who do want to cam up, then we can go on ahead and get into it. Hope you all take a second to like, comment, and subscribe. I think this is a topic that needs more discussion. Doesn't get the type of discussion that it needs to get. Yeah, Kurt, y'all need to take this serious and share it now or afterwards. This is a potentially real problematic issue for honest, legal, safe pew owners and carriers. Chicago South Side, what's going on? Good evening, driving an 18-wheeler in the Chicagoland area. Yeah, don't you cam up at all. Don't, don't you cam up at all. But you said, do I travel with my classes? I have the potential to. Do I? Not a lot. Typically, I stay in the market area, which for me is the Chicagoland area, stuff like that. But I do want to give it to a second. Those of you all who are just joining in, if you are watching on YouTube, please, if you value this, right? If you value this, the potential that this class is going to have. See, I don't want to spoil it, right? Because it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I put some thought into it. Something I've always taught. And I was like, yep, let me go on ahead and just put it out there. So hit that like button, smash that like button. That stuff causes it to go, I don't want to say global, but it's a part of the algorithms and stuff like that. Let's go on ahead and as soon as I see at least one person cam up, I kind of want to get some participation in this. If I don't get it, I might delay teaching this until I get the guys from the panel on here. I'm pretty sure they're busy right now. If they happen to catch this, they're more than welcome to get the link. I'll drop the link one more time. See who wants to get in on it. And I know you're like, man, this is so last minute. Who had time to cam up? You can still come on board. You don't have to show your face, but just to hear your voice, because I think the voice participation is also probably more of what I'm looking for than just seeing one's face. All right. What's going on? Let me throw a important video. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put this important video in there because that is something that does need to be shared. I've shared it before, definitely going to share it again, and that will give us some time because I know some people are coming up. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. Where are we at? Bam. Give me 1 minute. Where did I put this at? Just give me a second, guys. Yes, this is the video. All right, this is definitely that video. What's going on, you all? What's going on? Yeah, I'm going to go on ahead and drop this video. You said, man, I see 26 on YouTube and only 3 likes. Thank you very much, Kurt. Thank you very much for calling that out, guys. You know, you all watch, which I love, but please go on ahead and hit that like button, smash that like button. Okay. That's what's going to get more people into the conversation. Sometimes because this information is so controversial, right? And it's not controversial. It's just controversial to people who don't want you to know that information. Smash that like button, right? Go on ahead and share it. Get people in the conversation. Thank you very much. You said, Kerr, there's 13. Refresh. All right, let's get some more people. So smash that like button. Appreciate that. All right, I'm going to go on ahead and share this while more people are coming in. And then when I get maybe one person at least to voice up or something like that, then we'll go on ahead and continue with this, right? This is the red flag law misuse prevention class. Red flag law misuse prevention class. Now, before we get into that, I am going to play this video. Some of you all might have seen this video already, but I'm going to go on ahead and play it anyway, because I think it's something that definitely needs to be shared. Here we go. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate that.
Hey, what's going on? This is Instructor Mike. All right. A lot of people been getting popped off, especially in the Chicagoland area and in Chicago, for not complying with the FOID Card Act, right? What is the FOID Card Act? Chapter 430 Illinois Compiled Statutes Act 65, which is the Firearm Owners Identification Card Act. What does that act say? That it is unlawful for you to be in possession of a firearm unless you have a FOID card, right? That's specifically Chapter 720, Illinois Compiled Statutes Act 5, Section 24-1. You have to have a void card to possess a firearm. So you all know we have concealed carry since 2013, right? Concealed carry allows you to actually be able to carry the firearm on your person concealed in places allowed by law. The problem is, some people get void used with concealed carry. So I'm going to give you some instruction, right? So you're about to leave the range, as I'm about to leave the range. Some people may be enticed to sit there and put their firearm into some type of enclosure, right? You've got your magazine, you've got your firearm, make sure it's clear. No magazine in the well, no rat in the chamber, right? Clear. And you're gonna sit here and take this here, and then you'll walk out. Any kind of bag. And then you may put it in your back seat or even in your trunk. Trigger alert. This is not an anti-law enforcement video. It's an anti-bad cop video. And you need to plan for that. So you put this in your trunk. You're driving. You're driving through a high gang, high narcotic area. You get pulled over. Pennsylvania versus Mills says the police can ask you, the driver, to step outside the car for nothing more than officer safety. Well, I'm the passenger. Can they ask me to step outside the car? Absolutely. Maryland versus Wilson. Those are both United States Supreme Court cases. So what happens? You all step outside the car or get extracted outside the car. And then get access to the trunk. Now you complied with the law, provided you got a void card. But here's what you don't have. Proof. Because you didn't record yourself doing this. You didn't record yourself putting this in the trunk. You're not recording yourself on the traffic stop. And now, that bad cop opens the trunk, takes your firearm without you seeing. What are you doing with the loaded firearm? Now, you're not in compliance with the Void Card Act. And guess whose word is it against yours? It's their word against yours. So let's tell you how you can unfuck that. Here we go. The thing I recommend that you do is make sure you separate the ammo and the magazine from the firearm itself. And get you a case like this. As you can tell, this case does not have the shape of a firearm. So anything could be in here. And there's only one type of keyhole, and that's the TSA keyhole. If that officer has a TSA keyhole, he's going to have some explaining to do. So here's how we take care of that. Got the firearm right here. Magazine. Okay. There you go. What's in here? You don't know. Well, it's heavy. It feels like it could be a gun. Yeah, it could be anything else in here. And if they want you to give them a combination, let's go. 0, 0, 0, 1. Hey. 0, 0, 0, 2. Okay. 0, 0, 0, 3. Okay. 0, 0, 0, 4. Okay. Point is, again, this is not an anti-law enforcement. This is an anti-bad cop. You need to protect yourself against that, right? It makes no sense for you to fall prey to somebody who doesn't respect your right to be able to own a firearm and understand that you might live in an area where you might have to use this, right? So get yourself a safe like this, right? Now, obviously, this isn't the best option for concealed carry because under stress, you ain't gonna remember that code. In fact, trying to remember it under stress, you might get killed. So don't put your firearm in something like this under stress and then trying to think you're gonna be able to access it, right? But for you void card carriers, for those of y'all going into places where you're not supposed to have it by law, you wanna make sure that this firearm is secure, and you don't even know it's a firearm in here, right? And it's drop proof. That's some shit. Don't do that again. I would not chance that shit again. All right, this is Instructor Mike, and you can train. Follow me on Facebook, Mike Brown, Instructor Mike. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Yes, Mike said it. Subscribe to my YouTube page, Instructor Mike. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. Every Wednesday, Triggered with Instructor Mike and friends. A whole host of other instructors and myself. Got a lot of stuff to give you. There's no one's trying to protect you but you. I'll see you on the range.
All right, here we go. Let's go on ahead and bust out with it. What's up, JFB? What's up, man?
Yo, what's going on? Do I got an echo? No, I'm good.
No, you're good. You're good. That's you're good. All right. So let's go on ahead and get to this presentation that I said I was going to do. And I think this is going to be very valuable. Anybody else that want to come up, I've already pinned the link to the YouTube page. I'll definitely drop the link again for anybody else that wants to cam up, mic up. But this is going to be an interesting presentation on red flag law misuse. Red flag law misuse. What's going on, Tawana? What's up? All right, here we go. Let's go on ahead and share this. Let's get this up. Bam. Everybody, can you all see that? Can you all see that? Oh, let me put us back in this thing again. Yeah, there we go. All right, can you see it, JFB?
Yep, I can see it.
All right, good. Yeah, you don't have to keep muting. You're fine, man. You're good. I don't hear no echo or anything like that. All right, can you all see it? Those of you all watching, I hope you all can see it. All right, let's go on ahead and get into it. So, JFB, in 1 second, I'm going to throw some labels on the screen. And I want you to tell me quickly, without any hesitation, don't put no thought into it, man or woman. Got it?
All right.
All right, and here we go. You all feel free to sound off in the comments too. Now, it's going to be a little quick. Here we go. Domestic violence victim.
Man.
Victim?
Oh, woman, sorry.
Right, here we go. Secretary.
Woman.
Sexual harassment suspect.
Male.
Politician.
Ooh.
You're thinking.
I'm sorry, woman.
Okay. All right. President.
Man.
Gun.
Man.
Emotions.
Woman.
Dominant.
Man.
Now, this isn't about if it's true or not. This is just what first comes to mind. Here we go. Weak.
Woman.
Right. We didn't say if it's true or not. Calm down,
right.
Y'all. This is just the first thing that comes to mind. Here we go. Suspect.
Man.
Drug dealer.
Man.
Bank robber.
Man.
Parent.
Woman.
Rape victim.
Woman.
Attitude.
Woman.
Strong.
Man.
Combat.
Man.
Weak. Athlete.
Man.
All right, here we go. Now, you all, here we go. You all talking about some anyone. See, you all are saying anyone. Here we go. You're right. It could be either, right? But that's not your first thought that comes to mind. And that is what we're focusing on. Now, this next set of labels, if you will, is who is believed, and of course, I would misspell this, right? We got to unfuck that real fast, all right? Now I'm doing this right now, by God. We are not gonna continue this doggone presentation when it is. Here we go. Bam, switch that off. Got it. We gonna fix that. We're not about to have no doggone errors in this. No, we not. All right, here we go. Let's get back. Here we go. Let's get back up to it. Who is believed without proof first? Okay. Now, the reason why I did not want comments responding, right? I didn't want comments responding is because it takes you all too long to type it. And if it takes you long to type it, you got a chance to think while you're typing so you can shift your answer. This is like one of those, I got to have you in front of my face to be able to get that quick response, because when the police and when the judge see a person, they see them face to face. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Who is believed first? Who is believed first? Let's go with it.
Woman.
Man or woman?
Woman.
Boy or girl?
Girl.
White, black, Asian, Hispanic?
White.
Don't get mad, y'all. We just go. Here we go. Unarmed versus armed.
Unarmed.
Rich versus poor.
Rich.
Young versus old.
Old.
Tall, skinny, fat, short. Probably tall, skinny folks or short, skinny folks. You see where I'm going, right? Did he still hit? You freeze up? Oh, damn it, you froze up. All right, here we go. Y'all see where I'm going with this, right? I gotta wait till JMV. Are you there?
Am I here?
Yeah, you here?
Yeah. Okay, now I got a call. How do you hold up, let's see.
No, don't short it out, because if you short out your Wi-Fi, you might not be able to watch this.
Yeah,
but think about it.
Okay.
If a big person sit there and say, y'all just got through running a marathon.
Skinny. Yeah.
Right. But if a skinny person said, yeah, I just ate a lot, it's believable, right?
Right.
All right, here we go. So let's get to it. Here we go. Gay versus straight.
Straight.
In this culture.
Ooh. Gay.
Yeah, I'm just LGBT. I'm just saying, and this is no dig against them, but you cannot sit there and talk about red flag prevention without understanding the dynamics of who is believed first without proof. Right? Who is believed first without proof. And then we could go on and talking about real versus fake. Okay, that's another context. Now, here we go. Who has more political capital? Now, some of y'all are saying, quit coaching, Mike. It's not coaching, right? We're talking about reality, right? Here we go. Who has more political capital? In other words, who must the politicians believe first? In other words, if we don't believe these people, we could lose our jobs. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does make sense. Okay.
Yeah. If we don't believe these people, who said I got the alphabet backwards? Look, man. Did I spell capital right? I feel like I fucked up. All right, here we go. Who has more political capital first? If we don't believe these people, we could lose our jobs. Let's go with it. Yeah, I'm not fixing I know what y'all talking about. I ain't fixing them alphabets. Look, here we go. Man versus woman. Who has more political capital?
Man.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. You said man, right?
Yeah, I said man.
Okay. All right. We definitely gonna debate this. Here we go. Children. Boy versus girl.
Girl.
Okay. So then white, black, Hispanic, Asian.
White.
Now, of course, this is gonna vary depending upon where you are. But we're in Chicago.
Right.
So you could pick more than one in this area.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so okay. So I would say white and black, actually. Actually, can I pick all of the above?
Yeah, but it depends, right? It depends. Put them in order that you think who has more political capital. In other words, who they're going to believe first. First, second, third, fourth.
So the first person they're going to believe is white, Hispanic, then black.
White, Hispanic,
and black.
Asian.
Oh, and Asian. Wait,
Asian.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't even see Asian was down there.
That's okay. Yeah. That's okay. And this isn't about truth or false, real or it's kind of like reality, right? The outcomes, right? Here we go. Unarmed versus armed. You already know the answer to that one.
Yeah, unarmed.
Yeah, unarmed, right. Anybody who's unarmed gets the benefit of the doubt first and has more political capital. Here we go. Rich versus poor.
Rich.
Young versus old.
Old.
Tall, skinny, fat, short.
Yep. Old.
It's kind of like all the above on this one, right? And then here we go.
It's all
Straight or the LGBTQ, FCAIO, AFL-CIO, just so I can cover all the letters because I don't know them. Fuck it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Yep, gay.
Yeah. Right?
Oh, yeah. In Chicago, yeah, gay.
You see what I'm saying? And so here we go. I'm looking at the comments now. Oh, here we go. Kurt said, if you look at Juicy Smouye, you wonder who gets believed first. I'm just saying, think about it. Who had more political capital, right, in these situations? Now, let's go back up to the top. Man versus woman. Once you start to add in, right, what you see on the screen, when you start to add in gender, right, when you start to add in adult versus children, when you start to add in a race factor, unarmed, rich versus poor, old versus young, tall, skinny, short, fat, gay, straight. So let's go on ahead and pick some, right? Who has more political capital, right? Let's just say you have a woman, right? We're going to skip the child, make it an adult, white, unarmed, rich, old, gay. Is that a lot of political capital?
Oh, there's a lot of people, right? Yeah,
that's a lot of political capital. That's a lot of political. You got all. You see what I'm saying? You see how the combination of it just strengthens the political capital. In other words, who is this woman who is white, unarmed, rich, old, and a part of the LGBT up against? Right?
Mm-hmm.
As Kurt said, rich, right? Rich, famous, articulate, a part of the LGBT community, right? And then we got to add in their status as an actor or actress, right? More political capital, right? And absolutely, Roger, Lori falls into that. Woman, here we go. Black, unarmed, because you know she ain't carrying no pistol, right? I don't want to call her rich, but she damn sure ain't poor, right? And she's not young. She would technically be considered a senior citizen. So that's an aggravating factor in any crime, right? Short. Here you are, a tall person picking on someone short, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And a part of the LGBT community. You see how against me or you, a male, black, armed,
exactly.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of poor, maybe, whatever. Kinda. Let's not go there. Here we go. Younger than her, right? And taller than her, maybe fatter than her. Let's go there. Let's go. Fuck it, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And straight. Yeah. And straight.
Exactly.
So look who has more political capital. And this is without evidence. We can't afford to believe you guys because they got more political capital. They got more political capital. Does this make sense?
Right.
And so in looking at that, here we go. Don't win the argument and lose your Second Amendment rights. Because that's a part of the red flag stuff. Look, the bottom line is this. In any of these labels, right, we get to who is believed first without proof. We already went through these, right? Then, who has more political capital? See, some people will sit there and say, well, the politicians, right, they're never going to really advocate for men and believe men, because look at the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard, right? Johnny
Right.
Depp versus Amber Heard. Johnny Depp is a male who is white, unarmed, right? But considered to be, right? Here we go. Let's go back to those labels. Back to those labels. Here we go. Right? White. Right? Here we go. Rich. When we go back to these, that's what I was trying to get to at first, right? When we go back to, remember, I had you all do these, right? In 1 second, assign a gender, man or woman. Domestic violence victim, woman. Secretary, woman. Sexual harassment suspect, man. Politician, man. President, man. Gun, man. Emotions, woman. Dominant, man. Weak. So these are the first things that are automatically assigned to you already. You didn't have to do anything but be born and assign this gender. That's a whole nother discussion, but we're going to stick to based on your genitalia, right? And simply by you being assigned this gender based on your genitalia, you were automatically born into these labels. You didn't have to do shit to qualify for them. You were automatically born into them because of how society thinks. Then when we begin to add on who's believed without proof first on top of those labels, men versus women, women, boy versus girl, girl, and especially if you're a child. I forgot to put adult versus child. The child gets the benefit of the doubt, right? White, black, Asian, Hispanic, depending upon the demographics in your area. Unarmed versus armed, rich versus poor, young versus old, tall, skinny, fat, short, a person's sexual status, right? You combine all of those things and look at Johnny Depp. It wasn't until he had evidence to be able to beat those narratives and beat those labels. If you don't have proof, right? And maybe that's one of those other slides I should have put up there. Here we go. So if the other person is believed without proof, let's just say if a woman is believed without proof, what do you think that man has to have in order to be able to overcome that presumption? Proof.
A recording.
Yeah. You got to have a recording. You got to have some proof, right? If you're armed, you got to have proof that this unarmed person was a deadly threat. If you're poor, you got to be able to have proof to be able to say this rich person attacked you. If you're old or if you're young and someone old tried to attack you, you better have proof, because you're going to get AARP, CARP, VFW, AFL, CIO, FO and them. Everybody going to be on you. And then attack somebody who's from the LGBT community, you're definitely going to get canceled unless you have some proof this person started. Does any of this stuff make sense, you all? Sound off in the comments. Y'all let me know. If I'm off base, please correct me. Don't think because this is my platform, I can't be corrected. I love to be taught.
What about
off base with this?
What if both of the people have political capital though?
Both of the people, like what?
Let's take the example of like the whole, like, if we take Lori and her wife.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Go. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. All right, here we go. So, both of them, right, are a part of the LGBT community, right? But remember, Lori's wife is what?
White.
And Lori is
and tall, black,
right,
and short.
And damn, that was a good one, right?
I'm just saying.
Right, that was a good one. Here we go. Let's give you. I'll raise you that and give you another one. What about Kim and Kelly Fox?
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
Both of them are black.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Here we go. But remember, let's go back to those labels from the beginning, right? Here we go. Domestic violence victim. Who gets believed as that first?
The woman.
And remember, before you even saw the word victim, the first thing you said was man, because you didn't even see the
domestic
word
violence.
victim. Huh?
Right.
As soon as you see domestic violence, oh shit, Tommy did it again. You see what I'm saying? And then we go down to the rest of these narratives. Here we go. Gun, men, emotions, woman,
Man.
dominant, male,
Woman.
weak, female. We're not saying whether this is true or false. I'm just saying the first thought that comes to mind. Suspect, male. Drug dealer, male. Bank robber, male. Now, for all of these, it's both.
Yeah.
But that's not your first thought. Parent, woman. Rape victim, woman. Attitude, man or woman, right?
Woman.
Strong, man. Combat, man. Athlete, man. You see what I'm saying? So all the things that both can be, you see the labels that you already get assigned to simply because of your gender. Then you get who is believed without proof first. And don't let the gun be real versus fake. Oh my God, he had a fake gun, but it was real. Guess what you got to have? Proof. You got to have proof. Got to have proof, right? That was a good one, right? Here we go. Let's go with, again, Kim and Kelly Fox, right? Because then we got to go to things that are cultural, right? Culturally, in Black culture, because we got to go there because they are both a part of the Black culture. Who has more political capital in the Black culture, the man or the woman?
The woman.
The woman, right?
Yeah.
The woman. The woman has more political capital in the Black community than a man. So we as the politicians can't afford not to believe the Black woman. Why? She votes more. She uses up the benefits that keeps us in office. They make the police relevant because they file the most complaints. And if we believe the man and we're wrong, we lose our job. But if the woman is wrong, hey, buddy, we're going to release you from custody with our sincere apologies. You can take it.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that, sir. Oh shit.
We don't even have money for Uber. Oh,
right.
You can just walk.
You can take it. The 26 California bus is that way. Oh, and then the state's attorney will write you a letter saying we're sorry, right? But think about it, right? In the state's attorney's own home, him as a man, he wasn't even believed. They both weren't a part of the LGBT community. They're both straight. They're both tall, slender. You get what I'm saying? It's about around the same age. Both are rich. Both are unarmed. But just look at how powerful. They got equal political capital up until you get to the point of woman versus man and add to that political office.
Right. But he called first though.
He did call first, right?
He knew what was up. He was like, he already knew.
Yeah, he called first, but you see how powerful that political capital was.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. We don't want to make them the focus, but those are just the recent incidents that have come into the media. And so where does all this fall into red flag laws? You got to understand what labels are assigned to you because of your race, gender, and social economic status. Who is believed more, who has more political capital, and in understanding all of that, here we go. Don't win the argument and lose your Second Amendment rights. Last things, got a couple more things, and then that's going to pretty much wrap it up. And I'll get your thoughts and opinions and questions. We can have a discussion about that, right? JFB, put these in order.
Yeah.
Value, appreciate, evaluate. Which one of you, what order do you think these go in?
I appreciate this one. I can think about, right? I don't have to.
Yeah, you can think about it. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You. I mean, you have to. You have to value. Well, you have to appreciate something to understand the value, then evaluate it. Right.
Okay. Do you evaluate the value of something in order to appreciate the value of it? Because to appreciate it means you understand the value of it. Does that make sense?
That does make sense, actually. Yeah. So you
Mm-hmm,
have to
mm-hmm.
evaluate before you know what the value was, and
So
to
that you can
appreciate that value.
appreciate the value of that thing. Absolutely.
Exactly.
But then you have to
Okay.
know what to evaluate, right? And so I'm saying all that to say this: here is a way to avoid needless arguments, because a lot of people will get into arguments with their close ones, their loved ones, their significant others, friends, family members, neighbors, things like that. And all of these arguments that you get into, you could win the argument because you're vocally strong, or you're great with words, or you're quick at cutting people off, and you're just a wonderful debater. But you can accelerate how fast someone with an attitude, who knows the law, who understands that red flag laws are ex parte petitions. In other words, ex parte meaning the person toward whom the claim is being made that you are a clear and present danger. You're not even there when the petition is filed. Maybe you're at the range, and then your gun all of a sudden, you're at the range, and then you try to get some ammo, and they run your FOID card, and you find out your FOID card is revoked. Or maybe you're on a traffic stop, you're driving along, do something or don't do something, and then you get pulled over by the police, and bam, you find out your FOID card has been revoked before, because they will revoke it fast before you ever get the notification. That's just how fast they move. And next thing you know, you got your gun and or guns on you. You got pulled over in a traffic stop, find out your stuff is revoked pursuant to Maryland versus Wilson if you're the passenger, or Pennsylvania versus Mims if you're the driver. They pull you out the car for officer safety, pat you down, find you with that gun, arrest you with UUW, then you get charged with that, and you get short form served, all because you won the argument, but you lost your rights because you did not evaluate the value of if that person would even, what their values are, for you to understand whether they would appreciate your arguments and not take it personal. If you are not valued, save your energy. Just don't argue. Whatever the fuck they call you, if they call you from a distance, let them have it. Because if the labels are stacked against you and you don't have political capital, right? When the police come, when the politicians come, when the prosecutors come, you're already fighting a uphill battle. Does any of this stuff make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah. The one thing that when you said it earlier today, I was just like, oh man, and especially if you live in a neighborhood where they constantly steal a mail, you're never gonna get to notice that you got revoked.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just like you may won a battle, you may won an argument that last night, but you might not win that argument in court.
That's it. That is it. And that's pretty much, it's just that quick. And I just wanted to present that to people, to give you just that tidbit of something to think on. Right now, Roger Young, you said, so the question I ask myself is character. Character is what raises your capital. You can be poor, young, minority, and so on, and you can attack me, but my character will protect me. No, the fuck it won't. No, it won't. No, it won't, because what you don't understand is this. The judges are also politicians too. The judges are also politicians too, because they have to be elected by the people. Now, there are two ways, especially in Cook County, that judges are elected. And it might be the same other places. I don't know. But I know about the judicial elections in Cook County. One, you're elected by, well, three ways actually. One, you're elected by the people. Two, you're appointed amongst your peers as an associate justice, right? Or associate judge. Or three, you could be appointed by the Illinois Supreme Court.
Right.
And so once you get appointed, if you're an associate judge, they could just keep on appointing you, like the judge who was in Juicy Smouillet's case. Or you can get appointed and then have to run in the next election to retain your seat. And then there are ratings amongst the bar associations that influence whether or not you even get elected. There is a decorum that must be maintained amongst the judiciary. So what I'm telling you is this: judges are subject to public scrutiny just as well. Kurt said it best. Your character means nothing to someone that doesn't or who doesn't know you, especially the law, unless you're a high-profile entity. You're given the benefit of the doubt if you're a high-profile entity. Other than that, you got to prove your stuff, especially if you're not given the benefit of the doubt, if you're not believed first, or if you have no political capital. In other words, the politicians can't afford to believe you and your labels over this person and their labels, because their popularity, their career is on the line. Now, Roger says, I'm going to read your comment, Charlie, in a minute. I get that statement. If the lawyer digs into my file, there's nothing there to argue. Doesn't mean you will get a fair trial, but that's what appeals are for. Roger, I'm going to tell you this. As someone who has been a part of that process, there's always something there they could use. Always.
They got an agenda.
Yeah, always something there they could use. Always. Now, I get what you're saying, right? Right, but that's what appeals are for. But I'm going to tell you this, as a person who's been through that process, I had to have proof. Don't nobody know who the fucking instructor Mike is. And even if they did, who the hell I am, don't stand up to that political capital. I can guarantee you it don't. That's why I said you need recordings, you need video evidence, you need stuff that those who look at your political capital could sit there and say, well, I understand you got all that, but this video showed with all that you got, you're full of shit. So now I could stake my career on this evidence. I could stake my career. You see what I'm saying? I could stake my career on this evidence. I could stake, hey, you are one vote. I don't care whether I get, because the evidence is strong that trumps your political capital. But the goal in me teaching you all this is, let's not get to that juncture, whatever. Let's not get to that road.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's not get to that road where we have to cross. Does that make sense? You win 100% of the conflicts you avoid. And this is teaching you how to avoid it. Charlie Boy said it. Here we go. I've been married 20 years. I don't bother with that energy. I just listen, then evaluate the value and appreciate. And I hate to say it, black men don't have more capital than black women. They file more heads of household. We don't have it. No matter how much you say you got authority in your house, what did I say in the last video? Kelly Fox just showed. If he ain't safe against the state's attorney of Cook County, you don't have that status where he at, you don't have a chance. I'm just saying. I'm telling you this because you're going to have to swallow your ego a lot. I know you think you head a fucking household, but you're going to be head of the prison cell while your wife or girlfriend or whomever is filing head of household because you thought you had power until she pulled that political trump card. I hate to say it, just being real. So you got to understand that. You got to understand that political capital. You got to understand who gets believed first. You got to understand what labels you're automatically assigned to before the call is even made, before the petition is even filed. Because sometimes, yeah, you can win that argument, but you're going to definitely lose your guns. Any last thoughts?
It's crazy. I mean, we've always had red flags enacted though, right? But I mean, now has any none of the laws have changed though, correct?
In 2019, I believe the red flag law, uh, in essence, got a new coat of paint,
Right.
right? Had a new coat of paint, right? But especially in light of this situation that happened in Highland Park,
Right.
see, the problem has been like in The Wire, where Jimmy McNulty, I don't know if you ever watched The Wire, but where Jimmy McNulty was talking about why don't the U.S. attorney care about the bodies falling in Baltimore? And McNulty said, oh, that's because they're dead in a zip code that doesn't count. So here you got those folks in Highland Park, rest in peace. It's still a tragedy that occurred out there, but those numbers are equally as sad, but lesser than those in Chicago that lost their lives too. And they don't say shit about red flag laws as much. Now they want to talk about red flag laws and assault weapons bans. Now they want to talk about all these other different things. But I just got through appearing on a show just about 2 hours ago with News Nation. And we were talking about some of these things relevant to stopping active shooters. And one of the things that the state police, not the state police, but the Secret Service said, and I got it right here. Psychologist Gillian Peterson with James Densley co-founded the Violence Project, the National Institute of Justice funded project in which researchers studied approximately 150 mass shooters and coded 50 life history variables for each. Their data suggests that almost all mass shooting perpetrators had 4 qualities in common. Number 1, they had commonly experienced early childhood trauma and exposure to violence.
Yeah, that's the first one.
That's the first one. And ain't nobody talking about that shit.
That's always the first one.
That's always the first one. And ain't nobody talking about that. Number 2, they had, quote, reached an identifiable crisis point in the weeks or months leading up to the shooting. In other words, there was a crisis or something from that trauma where it triggered, it just bursted that pressure and that bubble they had been holding inside for all too long. And they were like, fuck it, that's it. Everybody in the club getting tips in a violent way.
They saw
right.
They saw
Third,
Simba's dad died one more time on Disney.
Oh, dude. Or even something simple as you ain't gonna never be shit. And they done told their kid that so many times and smacked them one good time. And that last smack was it. Matter of fact, there's one in Fox News right now with Ethan Crumbley. Ethan Crumbley told his friend prior to the Oxford shooting in Oxford, Michigan, parents make me feel like I'm the problem. Jennifer and James Crumbley, they had doped him up, gave him medicine, all kinds of things. You know, now my mom thinks I take drugs. She thinks that I'm the reason why I'm so mad. That's the reason I'm so mad and sad all the time. And she doesn't worry about my mental health. They make me feel like I'm the problem. It's the parents that be messing with these kids.
Yeah.
And then 3. Go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, from a teaching aspect, it always starts at home. I mean, a lot of the behaviors and stuff that I'd have to deal with in classes and everything, it's always something that's reflecting from them doing something at home with their parents. It's all, and it's like, you you can obviously tell when like a child has had a bad day at home versus like their mood swings inside the classroom, and then you just ask, you give them space or you give them attention, because most of the time it's either they want space or they want attention. It's just trying to identify that at
And then
that point.
I'll give you one more. How many of y'all remember the DC snipers, Lee Boy Malvo and John Allen Muhammad? John Allen Muhammad didn't shoot not one person. It was all Lee Boy Malvo, the juvenile. If you look at Lee Boy Malvo and you've heard about his story, he was raped by his people. His own people raped him. His own family. And then John Allen Muhammad did the same thing, but John Allen Muhammad would give him praise, would make him feel like he was family. And why didn't Lee Boy Malvo stop John Allen Muhammad from raping him? Because that was the key to continuing to get the praise. He would do anything John Allen Muhammad would say, including kill. And then number 3, research previous mass shootings, with many being radicalized through the internet. And then number 4, lastly, and that's the one they're attacking the most, obtaining the means, firearms, to carry out the plan, with the perpetrators obtaining weapons from family members. In 80% of school shootings, workplace shooters tend to use legally owned handguns, and other public shooters more likely acquire firearms illegally. Now, this is a study. So what do you think an assault weapons ban is going to do if they acquire firearms illegally?
Illegally. Yeah, it's not going to do anything. I mean, it's not going to stop it. And every time everybody says something, I'm just like, well, if you take away all the firearms, then we're just gonna go back to bombs, right? take away the bombs, you're gonna go back. You're gonna go back to people using cars, right? So what? We're not going. I can't drive anywhere.
So,
if somebody has the means to do that, they're gonna continue to do it. You know what I mean?
Least we forget the Boston Marathon bombing. How did they make those pressure cooker bombs? Through all of the things that are already legal. So we gonna ban pans now?
Right.
So we gonna ban ball bearings? Right. So we gonna ban nails? I'm not gonna say the other things that are
there in UK. Wasn't there somebody who drove their car through a marathon too?
Yeah, it was just in New York. It was just in New York. Ooh. What are we going to do? Ban cars now? What are we going to do? Yeah. You're going after assault weapons. You think that's it? You forgot about the other attack. Well, that hasn't been happening in mass. Take those guns away and see what happens. Oh, take those guns away and see what happens. You cannot criminalize ingenuity. You cannot criminalize ingenuity.
Right.
Because you don't know what's coming next. All those 3 things that preceded, the 4th thing which was the acquisition of guns. And that's what they want to go at. Why? What has more political capital? Here we go. If women have more political capital than men, we cannot tell them that you may be responsible for why your child is an active shooter. Because if we tell you that, then you won't vote for us and we won't stay in office.
Wow.
See how that works?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That's it. That's all I got. I just wanted to throw that out there. Share this. Get people in it. Talk about it. Sound off in the comments. JFB, appreciate you coming up.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You all in the comments. Appreciate you all. And as always, like, comment, share. Get yourself in somebody's concealed carry class. Don't advocate for this doggone mess. Hey, Roger, I'm telling you, food for thought. Food for thought. This is Instructor Mike, and you all have been trained. Here we go.
What's going on, you? This is Instructor Mike. You can follow me on Facebook at Mike Brown or Instructor Mike. Follow me on.
It could be you as a citizen, and you walked up and you see somebody.
It look heavy? I don't know. Create special, that must be. But it's good to know that this can handle the high pressure rounds of the flooding. Rocket forward. Ready to go.
Make eye contact with me. He's still trying to get it open a couple of times.
So